Dear students of 8A and 8B, welcome to my history and civics class. Today's points I am going to explain for you, mentioned in the board, please look at it. Nationalism in Europe, the American Revolution, British colonies in America, British rule in America. So these are the following points I am going to explain. First point, nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism is an idea which came about during 18th century. It's an idea which came about in 18th century, and it is a simple term. It can be understood as the numbers of a nation asserting their national identity that may lead to actions that the members of a nation take to achieve or sustain self-determination. Each and every country of Europe, they decided to establish themselves as an independent nations because of their own culture, because of their own language, because of their own economic stabilities. They just started establishing their influence over other countries of Europe because of their national identities, because of the national awakening, because of their patriotism, because of their sympathy and love for their motherland. Now, nationalism is a sentiment that is based on the common cultural awakeness characteristic of a nation. Thus, it is an ideology that brought the people of the country together, irrespective of their territories, religious beliefs, tradition, caste, and creed. It was one of the determining factors of modern history that the national identity of a nation helped them to be self-sufficient, helped them to strengthen their economic stability, and also helped them to extend their territories in different parts of Asia, Europe, and Africa. After the American and French Revolution, my dear students, in the late 18th century, nationalism spread to Central Europe. In the 19th century, thus the 19th century has been called the age of nationalism in Europe. By the beginning of the 20th century, nationalism started spreading all over the colonized lands of Asia and Africa. In India, the spirit of nationalism united all the countrymen against British colonial rule. Actually, after the two important revolutions, the American Revolution and the French Revolution, the concept of national identity, the concept of nationalism helped the people of different parts of Asia, Europe, and Africa to be more and more powerful, to be self-sufficient, and to be free of all kinds of bondages. That means each and every country took an oath that it belonged to their country. They had their own language, own culture, own identity, so they would not depend on others. They would be, since they were independent nations, they would never depend on others, but they would make their countries free from the bondage of other countries or foreign countries. And by this way, the two important revolutions, the American Revolution and the French Revolution, unanimously encouraged the people of the world to be powerful, to be independent. And afterwards, the American War of Independence, which once upon a time took place and encouraged the people of France to remove autocratic rule, to overthrow the autocratic rule of Louis XVI. Now I am going to discuss this point. Point number 2, nationalism in Europe. That 18th century remained a witness of many changes in the world, including the Industrial Revolution that has been discovered, that has been discussed in the previous chapter already, And when the Industrial Revolution was taking place in Britain in the 18th century, European settlers in America were organizing a political revolution to end British colonial rule over them and establish an independent and democratic state. The Industrial Revolution, which took place first in Britain, encouraged Britain to make so many colonies throughout Asia, Europe, and Africa. As a result of it, Britain started establishing colonies. The imperialistic policy of Britain encouraged them, helped them to strengthen their political power, to strengthen their economic power, and ultimately Britain established so many colonies in America, Asia, Africa, and as a result of it, the northern portion of America came under British control. The British established their rule in North America, and hence the people of America, they took an oath that they would overthrow the British rule from their country, since this country belonged to them. But the Britishers were imposing taxes on them. They had no share in the British Parliament, but still they were forced to pay taxes and revenues. How? Why should they accept? Why should they accept it? It should be better for them. They would fight against the British soldiers and made them stop. And what happened ultimately? Under the leadership of George Washington, they declared war against Britain. And the bold leadership of, the history of American War of Independence, the bold leadership of George Washington helped the Americans to win victory, and ultimately the British defeated the Britishers. The British lose in the battle. They were defeated, and Americans won the battle under the leadership of George Washington, and then America became an independent country. Only because of the nationalism which was emerged throughout Europe encouraged the people of America, and they all gave their best efforts while fighting against the British soldiers, and ultimately were able to defeat them, and America became a free country, an independent country. Next point, the American Revolution. The American Revolution took place under that circumstances. The Britishers forced them to pay taxes and revenues. The Americans did not want to pay taxes. The Britishers constantly was increasing, the British government was increasing taxes on sugar, tea, the essential, the goods, their daily usable items. It came daily usable items on which the British decided to increase taxes, but the people of America did not want to pay tax. Why? Because no American member was there in the British Parliament to raise hue and cry, to raise their voice against the injustice of the British government. The Americans felt insulted. They realized that it belonged to their country, but still they were being insulted by the British. So the rule of the British should be immediately stopped. The rule of the British should be immediately stopped. The rule of the British should be the rule of the British must be stopped immediately. Otherwise, the Americans would be unable to achieve success and would be dependent on the British. It should be better for them to sacrifice their life than leading a dependent life. It was one of the most important statement of George Washington by motivating the people of America. He took the leadership, and his bold leadership helped the Americans to defeat British soldiers, and ultimately America became a free country, an independent country. Next point, British colonies in America. British colonies in America. The British established their colonies in America in the interest of our industries and factories. During Industrial Revolution, a number of industries and factories were set up in England. England had huge natural resources, but still the expansion of trade and commerce, the expansion of industrial growth encouraged Britain to establish many colonies throughout Asia, Europe and Africa. The Americans were simple-minded people. They were very peaceful people. The British took its advantages, established their rule in the northern part of America, and under their political influence and rule, the Americans were forced to pay taxes. The Americans were forcefully controlled by them, by the British. But one day, the Americans realized that the British influence on them was increasing day to day. It must be stopped. Why? Because they were Americans. And who were their rulers? Their rulers were the British. So the British did not have any right to rule the Americans. So the rule of the Americans should be immediately stopped. That's why they started plotting against the British government and openly declared that no taxation without representation. Without representation means there was no member was there in the British Parliament to represent the Americans. That's why they coined that slogan. No taxation without a representation. But still, the British did not allow anyone else to be a member of the British Parliament. It felt insulted. The Americans felt insulted. So they chose George Washington to be their leader. George Washington gladly accepted their proposal, became their leader, and ultimately what happened? The Americans, under the leadership of George Washington, courageously fought against the British soldiers, and ultimately the Britishers were defeated and Americans won the battle, and America became an independent country. The next one, British rule in America. The British established their colony in America, and at the same time they started ruling the nation, ruling the Americans. The Americans were simple-minded, as I told you earlier, but that idea never came to their mind that in spite of being an independent nation, people of independent country, they were being ruled by foreign rulers. It must be stopped. That idea didn't come to their mind. Why? Because they are simple-minded person. They had no, their attitude was not haughty. Actually, they were peaceful people. That's why they kept on paying taxes and revenues, to the British government. The British government had been imposing from time to time. But suddenly, the British government, while ruling the Americans, realized that some taxes should be increased on the Americans. Sugar, tea, these were the items, uh, these were sold huge in quantities in America. And the British realized that if they would increase taxes on sugar, if they would increase the taxes on, tea, then huge amount of revenues they would be able to uh, collect from there. And economically, they would be self-sufficient and very strong and very rich and prosperous. That's why they suddenly passed one act, and ultimately, under the terms of that act, it was decided that the Americans would have to pay huge amount of taxes on sugar and tea. But the Americans, for the first time, raised hue and cry against that system. George Washington took the leadership. He started organizing meetings, seminars, and ultimately number of meetings were being conducted by George Washington in different places of America. And American people, they unanimously extended keen cooperation towards George Washington to make their country free from British control. And ultimately, what they expected came to be true. Ultimately, America became a free nation, a free country, and for the first time proved that by dint of hard labor, by dint of uh, their own determination, by dint of their strong will, they were able to defeat British soldiers and made their country free and independent. This this historical incident, this historical fact encouraged the French people a lot, and ultimately in the year 1789 the French Revolution also took place in France, and the autocratic rule of Louis XVI also came to an end, and the rule of the people was established, and the concept of liberty, equality, and fraternity was established, and communicated a new message to the people of the whole world that liberty, equality, and fraternity of a nation would make them rich, would make them respectful, and would make them prosperous throughout the country, where there would be no you know there would be no discontentment. People would be happy, rich, and prosperous, and they would be able to establish a strong nation. Up to this, my dear students. Thank you.